Thomas. It might break Limpard's way. 3 in the middle for Arsenal. Jensen making it 4. And well held by James. Winterburn. Campbell, he's a handful when he runs, and he's running, and the shot just soared away into the cop.
But that's what I like about him. The ball came to him there, and he's got his back to goal, 30 yards from goal. Look at that, but he wants to turn and get at the Liverpool defence. Shouldn't have been allowed to overruns it there. Matt Wright mistimes his tackle, but he just screws the ball wide.
Well,
but again, it's a little tester for Liverpool.
Campbell! Well, he certainly knows where the goal is.
Yeah, good off either side. And again, watch the way he uses his body strength here. Gets himself between Burrows and the ball. And David James, I think, quite happy to see that one come straight at him. But what good handling.
Here's Walters. It's a match of fine margins, this one. But Arsenal clearly do believe that they can win it. And what a place to get your first win, should it materialise after 2 defeats. Parlour.
I will give the big man the benefit of the doubt and go and say he knew exactly where that one was going. Looked like he was just going to pluck it. Then he watches it comes over. Looks like he's just going to take it away and then just... Oops, it's very close, but he knew exactly his angles there.
Yes, Ray Parlour, as you saw on that replay, was looking into the centre where Ian Wright was making his run. And it slewed away off the outside of the right foot, skewed. It's not where David James expected it to arrive. Arsenal have lost only 2 of the last 8 league meetings between these 2 great rivals. Limpard, Jensen, Hillier square of him. Hillier's only league goal came against Liverpool. It was at Highbury. Tanner very determined against Dixon, who tried to match him for that, and it's off Lee Dixon for a goal kick.
I think the Arsenal fans incensed there with Nicky Tanner. They're pretty sure that was as good a 2-footed tackle as you're likely to see. But he certainly was determined to make the ball his.
Off goes Campbell. Trying to get the wrong side of Tanner from Liverpool's point of view. Parlour. And Parlour will get to it again. And here's Limpard. Lines it up. Finds the net. Arsenal are in front.
Well, if that doesn't make him feel better, nothing will.
We're in the 8th minute of the second half. And Arsenal have come to Anfield believing they can win, are increasing the challenge and are in front.
Oh, Ray Parlour does ever so well, doesn't he? Makes sure he catches it and drills it across. David James can't cut it out, but how's that for precision finishing? Not much of a gap. Just watch the gap that Anders Limpard has to hit here. There's hardly any of the goal to see, but doesn't he pick his spot beautifully?
George Graham, who felt that his team would find a weakness in the Liverpool defending, and it was drilled in by Limpard. Here's Hillier, 1 to aim for up front, and he might just have found him. Ian Wright, and Merson is free if he can get it across the face, and he has done. Paul Merson, oh, that's a terrific save. The game could have been beyond Liverpool then, but David James has kept them in it.
But what a great ball from young David Hillier. That was a magnificent cross-field pass. Wasn't just clubbing it upfield, but picked Ian right out. His pace posed Nicky Tanner all sorts of problems. And that's appreciation of your teammates. Ian Wright might have been forced to shoot, but look for Paul Merson, who was thwarted by a great save from David James.
Parlour, it's his ball again. Oh, and once more we rise in admiration to David James. Parlour trying to put it on a plate for Wright.
Yeah, I think he would have been expected to save that, David James. Ray Parlour, again though, the one that causes it problems. George Graham said he wanted his team more committed, more physical, and Ray Parlour certainly showed that aspect there.
And shows he's got some skill on the ball. It's Merson beyond the far post, beyond Rob Jones, and he tried to place it across James, who reached it. It was a subtle try from Merson, similar position to Limpar's goal. Different approach and not quite the same end product. Parlour, Tanner was a bit slow to react, and Parlour seized the initiative, and again James. Oh, he is keeping Liverpool afloat when they could have been sunk beyond trace.
Oh, those are two great saves, especially the first one from Paul Merson. John Salako mentioned at half-time that the longest arms he's ever seen in a goalkeeper, and he certainly put them to good use at that situation.
And at the moment, the greatest satisfaction for Graham Souness is in the investment in the transfer market in that respect, rather than the way his outfield players are coping with their task at the moment. Parlour to the fore again, Wright against Wright, and it's Ian. Oh, it's wide. Well, if Arsenal don't win this game, they will kick themselves, really.
Oh, they could have put it beyond them, couldn't they? There's a clash there. The two Wrights there gone back, both internationals, but it's Ian who's got all the answers there. Picks his spot and is just fractionally wide.
Well, all the answers except one. Manaman, Winterburn's there. Parlour, very impressive. Ian Wright is away, there's no flag. Wright even stopped to have a look himself. He confronts James, and the goal is Arsenal's, thoroughly deserved. The game should be theirs with 11 minutes to go.
Well, I'd like to have another look at this, I really would. Ian Wright made two runs, he went, he checked, came back, Ray Parlour delayed it, pushed him through again. It was a very tight one. Here we go again, there he stops. Tried to play off, Nicky Tanner tries to play him off. I think in that situation he's online. David James doesn't get the luck perhaps his performance says he deserves, and Ian Wright certainly gets the goal. He looks at the linesman, he knows he's through. Goalkeeper goes down and he lifts it. What you should always do in that situation.
Well, George Graham asking for more, but he must be very pleased. The Arsenal players know that he's a difficult man to satisfy, but the satisfaction of a genuine nature. Ian Wright is back in business, the thigh strain and the sprained ankle out of his mind.
And I think ominous signs really from the Premier League with this Arsenal performance.
Now Burrows. Rosenthal. Limpar's there, here's Merson. Every time Arsenal have the ball in this position, you feel they might manufacture a chance. Campbell trying to lay it back this time to Wright. He's got it in any case. Campbell. He's waltzing through, and he's put it wide. Oh, all the difficult work was behind him, it seemed.
That certainly could have been one of the goals of the season, couldn't it? Brilliant run from Kevin Campbell. Get everything right but finish it.
Once more, Ken Redfern is being very firm in terms of the clock with stoppage time, but he blows now, and Arsenal's season leaps into life at the expense of Liverpool. A great way to get going after two defeats. Ian Wright with the second goal, a contentious one perhaps. Arsenal have certainly risen to the Anfield challenge.
Well, to come here and get a result like that after the two disappointing results we've had so far, it's quite fulfilling. We're really pleased with it. I think it was a good team effort. It's a long season, you know. We're not bothered by that. We've had two bad results, now we've had a good one, and we're just going to try and build on that, you know. I'm pleased personally because, you know, my injury's been bothering me, and I've kept the physio away from his missus and that, you know. She can have him back now. I'm just glad to be back, really.